Can we talk real quick about like the Brock Purdy versus Patrick Mahomes discussion? Because I've heard a lot of people, you've said it, a lot of people said that Purdy is playing better than Mahomes this year. And before I just like do what you do, that's stupid. You know, I get worked up sometimes when you disagree with someone. What are you talking about? Before I do that,
what are you talking about?
Before I do that, can you just explain to me like what you mean? And I'm open-minded.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I thought Patrick Mahomes Brock Purdy was playing on the highest degree of difficulty this year. And what I mean by that is he was making a lot of plays off schedule. He was not getting yak, and he was throwing the ball deeper down the field, which to me is the hardest way to play quarterback. And I actually have a little visual aid for you. Badoosh, if you're
I love visual aid
right now. Yards after catch percentage. Patrick Mahomes is number one. He's had more yards from yards after catch this year than anybody in the league. Look at the bottom right of that graph. Look at Brock Purdy. Not only is he last, he's way less. He's down in the 33% range of his yards after catch. The next closest is Minnesota, and they're up around 40%, 42%.
Okay, can I just interrupt real quick and ask you a question? Are you making the case that Brock Purdy is working under more adverse conditions right now than Patrick Mahomes?
I think the way Brock Purdy is getting it done is harder than Patrick Mahomes is getting it done.
Because Brock Purdy only has Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Juwan Jennings, Jordan Mason, and George Kittle and Kyle Juszczyk. That's it. Because he lost Christian McCaffrey. It makes it tougher. This guy's throwing to freaking Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, and he's throwing like 1 yard over the line of scrimmage.
Dude, he's throwing to guys who are coming off the couch. The Niners, I mean, he has like some of the most expensive weapons in the league in San Francisco. Really? You take away Christian McCaffrey and he's got like a band of misfits around him?
Well, first of all, what have people been saying about Brandon Ayuk all year? Oh, he hasn't done anything, right? So he might be there, but he hasn't done anything. We're sitting here talking about Deebo Samuel can't separate from anybody.
With the straight face, you're saying that Mahomes has better weapons than Purdy this year?
No, I'm not saying that at all.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Okay, we're on the same page. All right, we're on the same page.
I think that teams have gone nuts trying to take away the Patrick Mahomes deep ball because he ripped the hell out of the league when he first came in. True. And the personnel around him offensively has really dried up. I mean, in 2019, they had Tyreek Hill, they had Travis Kelce. I mean, it was
in his prime. Yeah, Mecole Hardman was pretty good. They had all kind of stuff.
Sammy Watkins was on that team also.
It's like Kareem Hunt now? Right. Juju Smith-Schuster now? Like, good luck. So,
yeah, it's definitely different. What I would say for the Niners is you cannot under any circumstances let this be a one-score game in the fourth quarter because Patrick Mahomes is going to find a way to get it done. Like it's undeniable. He always does, not just against the 49ers. He does it against everybody. They have to make this a multiple score game in the fourth quarter.
I guess all I wanted to say is that to me, if people are going to make the argument that Brock Purdy's playing better than Patrick Mahomes, you're probably going to look at some numbers. And if you're going to use numbers to support that argument, then freaking Justin Fields is playing better than Patrick Mahomes. Like Kyler Murray's playing better. Derek Carr is playing better. Sam Darnold is playing. It's like, but technically they are, but realistically they're not. Like Mahomes is clearly playing under adverse situations, especially on offense. And yet he's found a way to be 5-0, throwing to God knows who, while Brock Purdy, who's done some exciting things with a less than ideal supporting cast, is 3-3. And I mean, I know wins aren't the end all be all. I just can't help but feel like if Patrick Mahomes were the quarterback of the Niners, they'd be freaking 6-0 and they wouldn't have lost to the Cardinals. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the issues are bigger than that. And Patrick Mahomes couldn't save him. I don't know.
Mahomes is better than Brock Purdy. He is a better quarterback than Brock Purdy.
Fair enough.
Yeah. If you're trying to make the argument that Brock's the better quarterback, I'm not on that branch with you. I think there's one person on that branch, and we all know who it is.
He's the only quarterback I think in the league today who's an all-time great. Josh Allen's excellent. Lamar Jackson's excellent, but are they all-time greats? I don't think they've proven it. Mahomes has absolutely proven it.
I would say that Lamar and Josh Allen are all-time. Lamar's a 2-time MVP, and he might win a third this year. He looks better this year than he did last year.
I think the Ravens will win the Super Bowl this year, but he hasn't had really much. He hasn't done much in the playoffs yet, to be kind. to be
That's
kind.
it.
So he could be. He's on the cusp.
My God, they look like a freaking wrecking crew.
I'm picking them. And the reason I like them is because as much as I like Lamar Jackson, I feel like Derrick Henry's an even better player. And if you have Lamar as the number 2 guy on your offense, and forget even who's better, you have the greatest rushing quarterback ever and the best running back of his generation together. I mean, I know it's a passing league, but if running the ball could ever lead to a championship, it's this freaking team.
They will they will run you into the ground. I'm not excited about the possibility. It's like, oh, the Niners might not have to play the Chiefs if they got to the Super Bowl. Great. They might have to play the Ravens. It's like, no,
yeah,
that's not encouraging. And now the Bills, who the Niners are going to have to play, just got Amari Cooper. Yay. That's going to make that game more fun. But anyway, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves. I want to talk about the Chiefs game. As I said, don't let it be a 1-score game.